Ni hao, this is Business Life in China. Today I want to introduce Logan to you. Logan is the co-founder of one of my favorite bars in Shanghai called Logan's Punch. Logan originally came from New Jersey, but like many before him, looked to seek his fortune out west, eventually moving to San Francisco to learn and practice the bar trade for over 10 years. When San Francisco started becoming too comfortable, Logan set his sights on Shanghai, the Pearl of the Orient. Starting at a small hotel bar called The Strip, he worked his way up to club manager of Mint, then lunch bar manager of Muse, to being an owner of Shanghai's only punch bar. The interview with Logan is divided into 2 episodes. Today, he's going to tell us the story of Logan's Punch and what makes this bar so unique in China. So, let's watch it. Could you share what is your Chinese story, how you ended up here?
Sure. It's actually pretty funny. I was running a place in San Francisco where I'm from called Shanghai 1930. So it was a Chinese, it wasn't Chinese, but it was a Chinese restaurant with this really cool jazz concept. So if you ever saw Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom,
yeah, I did.
Like there's this beautiful club in Shanghai and they're doing musicals. So that's what this place was like. Like I had to wear a white tuxedo. It was super cool. They opened up a steakhouse in Shanghai called The Strip. And this is 8 years ago when I first came out here. And they said, Logan, you know, we need an American guy to run an American steakhouse. Can you do it? I was 29 at the time. I was like, yes, this is the best thing in the world. It was during the expo, and I came to Shanghai, and 8 years later, you know, I own 2 places, but I love the place.
Wow.
It's really fun.
Yeah, great. So you came here, you started working for like this Shanghai bar.
Yeah.
And why you decided to stay here? Like, I mean, because a lot of foreigners come here for staying for a while, and then they decide to come back to the
I think after a certain time, it took me so long to get used to it, and especially what I do for the bar industry, it's so different than it was for any other industry. I'll give you an example is when I first started bartending, I was the first American bartender.
Wow, here?
Yeah, in Shanghai for like 100 years.
Wow.
And so like...
When was that?
May 15, 2010.
Wow.
So May 16th was Expo. So nobody knew I was a bartender. I'd be behind the bar, and the local customers wouldn't order from me because they thought I was just some random white guy. And then the foreign customers didn't really know what to do with me. So it just kind of like, now we're a very modern, very crazy cocktail scene where it's very educated. But back in the day, it was always very different. So for my industry, I stayed here because you could see our consumers learning every year. Like the knowledge always got better. So that's, I mean, 4 years ago I opened this bar, and 8 years ago, you would never have a punch bar. You'd have a club, you wouldn't have cocktail bars or lounges. So like Shanghai's always growing. So for me, in my industry especially, I was like, wow, this is like some kind of wave I wanted to ride.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. This bar called Logan's Punch.
Yeah.
Why you chose this name? It's a very interesting name.
So punch is like a really traditional old school cocktail. Punches are big bowls that are shared. Before I was working here, I ran 2 big name nightclubs in Shanghai. And we always noticed like the foreigners at the bar would just sit and have one drink, but the Chinese at the tables would have bottles and bottles. There's drinking. It's a party. It's fun.
Yeah.
So we said, how do we do that in a little bar? And we found punch. And what punch was like, the idea was you have all your friends around and you're drinking. And back in the day, like people would get hammered. Like 1700s, 1800s, people were getting sloshed.
Yeah.
Like let's bring that idea, the shared drinking. Yeah. And hot pot. Hot pot is so big here, right? So we figured people love sharing. So if we put a punch bowl, it's all your friends, and you're drinking the same booze. Ties into Chinese sharing alcohol things, and it ties into Western like old school culture. So for us, it worked. There was that, and then also there was a cocktail bar above me and a cocktail bar below me. So we're 8 bars and restaurants in this complex. So I wanted to do something nobody had done before.
Yeah.
So we wanted that like loud, fun, not speakeasy. We wanted like a speak loudly kind of place.
Wow, it's interesting because your concept, you mixed Western culture and Eastern culture, like Chinese culture.
Yeah.
Wow, it's great. Did you open this bar by yourself, or you have partners?
So I have, so there's 5 of us. There's, just like punch means 5, and the actual word for punch means 5. So there's 5 of us, 4 Americans and 1 Canadian. So all my friends that opened it with me are all investment bankers, and we got hammered one day, and we was like, oh, let's open a bar. I was like, yeah, it sounds like an amazingly good idea. And you know, 4 years later, we're still here, doing great, thankfully. And it's been a lot of fun, but yeah, so I have 4 partners.
Wow, nice. If there is a person who is watching us now, wants to open a bar in Shanghai, to, what would you recommend him or her?
I think the first thing is do your research. I tell this to a lot of liquor companies that come out here, and I thought about your question before when you sent it to me. Okay. And the reason is a lot of liquor companies come out here, or people come out here and they go, oh, Shanghai has 20 million people or something like that.
Yeah.
If I open a bar, or if I bring a brand to Shanghai, it's going to be a success because it's big everywhere else. And I always tell people, you have to be really careful. Maybe there's 20 million people here. There's 100,000 foreigners here. So it's a very small market. Like for my bars to be successful, we try to go 90% local. Because local people live here. We live here, you know? So like they're not going home for Christmas. They're not going home for summer. They live here. This is home.
Yes.
And so I always tell people like, do the research into it. You're not going to blow people's mind with a speakeasy. It's been done 4 years ago. You're not going to blow people's mind. You have to come in with something so creative and so interesting that people are going to want to stay. Like we always find so many foreign places that just open in Shanghai don't last more than a year because they have different expectations than the reality of it. You know, and it's one of those hard pills you have to swallow. But like if you're an inside person, like I've already lived here, if I open a place, I know the clientele. I know how to market to them. I know my WeChat right away. I'm set up. But for like people that are coming in, they're like, oh, I see all these people. I must be able to sell everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I think it's just a big problem, like a lot of companies have. You know.
Okay. Which top 5 bars would you recommend to visit in Shanghai?
Top 5 bars, 100% Union Trading Company. Awesome bar, really fun guy named Yao. He's the proprietor. He's from Texas. Chinese guy is the best. Obviously Logan's Punch.
Of course.
I think El Ocho, that's a Spanish-Japanese bar right above us. Really cool. Kohei-san, the proprietor and the head bar guy, super fun. Just like me, like we have people that have the passion for this. Let's see. Bar 4, 100% recommend. I'm trying to think of a really good dive bar that I could say, oh, Rooster, which is a really cool, not a dive bar, it's a really cool all day, all night, just basically like a Cheers of Shanghai. So sometimes when you have a bad China day, which happens to everybody, you just need to stress out a little bit and like relax. So Rooster is a great place. And I think the 5th one, and it's only because it's dear to my heart, it's probably gonna have to be Mint, because you need to go to a nightclub. You need to go. I used to run the club there, so like that's why I have a feeling for I like the place. And it teaches you a lot about business in China, just even watching it. So.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you very much. And do you have any maybe special offers for our viewers? I mean, if they come here and say business life in China, they can get something special, maybe discounts or something like that?
Sure. If they say business life in China to me personally, I'll do a shot of Jameson and a draft beer.
Wow, nice. I guess that's
a beer and a shot. Easy, easy peasy.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks. Awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Thanks.